So we've been doing a ridiculous amount of boat work. Nothing's working out. Kind of just
all work and no play.
Defeated at this point. So
we're going to the beach.
We're going to the beach instead. We're shirking all of our responsibilities today.
I'm Eric Hannett, a retired New Hampshire game warden. Life is short and time slows down for no man, so I traded my uniform in for board shorts. My wife Ash and I, along with our 2 dogs, have set out to explore this beautiful world on our sailboat Wild. Follow along with our adventure. We hope it inspires you to do some exploring of your own.
We're sick of boat work, and as anyone who's been following the channel knows, we've been stuck in Jersey for quite a bit of time, waiting on parts. Things have gone wrong that we didn't expect to go wrong. So we figured while we're in Jersey, and since I'm from New Jersey, that we would make a video kind of showing New Jersey. And there's a lot of stereotypes about it, and I promise you that most of them are from North Jersey. So anyway, we wanted to show you how beautiful of a place it really is and how unique like this region is. It goes from farmland, pine barrens, cranberry bogs, to the bay, which is rich in shellfish and
salt water. There's tons of salt water here. I mean,
saltwater fishing is obviously like a big thing here. We can go hunting for deer in the morning, and then that afternoon be fishing offshore for whatever we felt like catching for dinner that night. But it's definitely, it's way different than the smokestacks and the bad smelling places that people usually have in their head when they think of New Jersey.
Yeah.
And it never fails that someone says New Jersey to me, and we don't talk like that. So it's way different than that, and we wanted people to see that. And obviously we're gonna keep this a very short video, and we have a lot to cram into, you know, a short segment. But if you're interested in learning more about it, John Cohen, who's a local, I grew up right down the road from his family. He has an amazing video series on YouTube called Just Beneath the Surface, and it's like a lot of interviews with local businesses. Shows like,
is it all local? I mean, to
yeah, like,
this area?
Yeah,
or
the
just...
LBI region.
Yeah.
Shows like
it's
a lot of the
show.
pine barrens. It shows basically like the whole history of the area and the heritage of the bay and whatnot. So it's pretty awesome, and he did a really good job with it, and we'll put the link in the description for that if you're interested. Give him a follow.
Or above, or to the side, I don't know.
Yeah. So if you're interested, give him a follow. Yeah, so we'll
tell
show
him
you,
we sent you.
We'll show you around. So right now we're at a wildlife refuge right on the Barnegat Bay. There's tons of wildlife, and you can duck hunt and deer hunt in here.
So the bad rep with Jersey is that it's like everybody thinks it's all city.
It's
and
a city, it's all
it's all like Newark.
Yeah, it's
that's what everybody
like
thinks.
The people from the show The Jersey Shore,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
That's the big one, really.
And they gave us a real bad reputation. I mean, we didn't have a great one to start with. But yeah, so we wanted to show you the good side of New Jersey.
And there's plenty of bad parts of New Jersey.
We're in Seaside. I literally hate Seaside. I don't know why we came here. Eric wanted to get some drone footage. This whole video is pretty much about how New Jersey doesn't suck. But Seaside sucks, so I don't know why we're here. But at least you could see it. We just got booted off the boardwalk with our one wheels, so...
No one wheels. Which, you know, I guess rules is rules. But
There was no signs
there's no signs
anything.
though.
It said,
And there's nobody here.
yeah, it was literally nobody, so...
So now we're gonna go try to go, well, Ash is gonna try to go skimboarding, and I'm gonna try to fly the drone. Maybe they'll kick us out of that too. Okay, so if you're over the age of like 6, you really don't need to be using balloons anymore, because this is where they end up, just in the water, on the ground, just trash. So, come on.
Oh, I don't have my knife.
That looks like it's been sitting there a while. It's clear. And those things hold up pretty well. So
Yeah, this lasts forever.
I know. That's what I mean. But there's a lot of good parts.
Yeah. So we're in South Jersey, like the Long Beach Island region, and that's where I grew up. So this is a coastal like estuary, goes out to the bay. Across the bay, which we'll get a better view of it, is Long Beach Island, where we just were. That spit of land over there, I don't know if you could see it, is Long Beach Island. We used to surf every day there and skimboard and just be little beach hooligans. But unfortunately, that whole beach culture is kind of disappearing here. Now, the entire island is mostly giant multi-million-dollar houses that are empty for 10 months out of the year and occupied for 2 months out of the year by people that don't live here and don't have any interest in the South Jersey beach culture, keeping it alive, which is pretty depressing to see.
So this is Double Trouble State Park.
It's an old cranberry bog and like iron ore. Well, I think it was iron ore. I know it's cranberry bogs. And there's an old sawmill. So it's basically just an old town, like a old pine barren
Yeah,
town.
it looks like an old town. I've never been here. I've heard a lot about it.
All
So
these buildings are original.
yeah, it looks pretty cool.
You can go up to them. You can't go in them, but you can go up to them.
So this is owned by the state, I presume, being that it's a state
Pretty
park.
big, and the place that we hunt borders this property.
Yeah.
There's all these old buildings and stuff. It's super cool.
Do you know how big this is?
Forest fires are a really big thing here because we have a lot of pine trees, which are dry, and then we have this sandy soil. Well, not soil, it's literally just sand, and it doesn't retain water very well because obviously water drains through sand. So forest fires are a big thing. The good thing about forest fires is it's kind of the wood's way of reproducing itself, because the heat opens up the pine cones and then they release their little pine seeds and create new pine trees. What do you think of New Jersey so far?
I like it. It's, you know, it's too busy for me, obviously.
Yeah.
There's too many people that live here. New Jersey, I think, is like the
It's the, I think
most
it's
populated state in the country, or for per capita or something. I don't know, but this area is very nice. When I thought of Jersey originally, before coming down here, I had the same kind of like, it's a suburb of New York. It's not a very nice place, but it is very nice, and and actually it's more there's more like kind of country and farms and things, agricultural areas than I ever thought was.
So we're gonna take you guys on a little one-wheel tour of Double Trouble.
Take you on a voyage. We appreciate everybody who has subscribed so far. Like I said, it goes a long way, and we're going to start a Patreon page, so hopefully that's something we're going to be doing in the future. If you guys are interested, you know, in that, let us know. And then like comment, like everybody has liked the channel and subscribed to the channel, and we appreciate that. And all the comments that we get are very, very positive, and we definitely appreciate that. But if you guys have any suggestions, anything that you want to see, anything that we're doing wrong, just let us know. You know, because we can't communicate any other way. So if there's something that you guys don't like, or we're doing something stupid, let us know. Let us know in the comments below.
And one thing that we're really going to be focusing on, because it's something that we really strive for, is like to promote sustainability and conservation. And, you know, cleaning the oceans and just cleaning our planet in general. And that's one of the things that the Patreon is going to help toward. Yeah. It's sad that you can't really like look in any direction and not see garbage anywhere, or see them building or whatever. And thankfully the pines are protected, and that's one thing that I've always wanted to push, is like keeping them that way, because they're absolutely amazing and just diverse, and
that's all we have
wildlife and
left in this country really is a protected area, so we got to keep them protected.
So like
clean.
That's part of the reason for this video too, is just to show you like all these places beautiful places in a place that people picture as being just a dump. Yeah. And like there's things worth saving. There's a lot of things worth saving, and that's one thing that we really want to promote and focus on.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. You know, if nothing else, like you said, like if people can see that these places still exist, I mean, then it'll make people realize that things are worth saving, things are worth, you know, doing. And I know a lot of people don't really think there's a problem with the way we're doing things, with the way that this planet's being treated as kind of like a toilet, if you will. But there is a huge problem. Things need to change, and you know, it's got to start somewhere.
You can't, the amount of bags, garbage bags, balloons, stuff like that we pick up off the beaches, like out of the ocean. We took our dinghy from my aunt's house to my parents' house, which is not even a mile away, and how many bags did we pick up out of the water?
A lot.
So just do your part and don't trash this beautiful planet, because as it is, this ecosystem here is pretty much hanging on for dear life, and people don't care. Sadly, a lot of people don't care.
But a lot of people do care. They just don't realize it, you know. So that's where we're going to try to educate as much as we can.
That's one thing we really want to push in our channel. So if you agree with that, great, follow along. If you don't agree with that, then you're not our kind of people, and I don't really know what to tell you.
Right.
But so that's what we're doing.